This show is presented by the 323 Network. You can watch all your favorite 323 friends and shows on the 323 Network YouTube channel, follow us on all social media platforms at 323read, and support us as we continue to grow at patreon.com/323read. That's 323REID.
So bullshit. The title of this episode couldn't be any more, telling of the hassles and everything of moving residences, not just across the street, but hours away or states away. It's never an easy process. And when you do try to make it an easy process, you'd be like, oh, let me see if I can hire some movers. Maybe they can help out and, move the big shit. I'll take all. That's what I did. I called a bunch of moving companies. I felt like, okay, I can move all of my little shit. I can put my computer and all that shit like in my car. And that way I don't have to worry about anything getting messed up. If they break a desk or they break a bookcase or whatever, oh well, it is what it is. I called a moving company today, Reid, just to see how much it would be to move my shit from Richmond to Virginia Beach. They're very nice people. I will put that out there. They're very great. I don't know if it's because they are really nice, or maybe they were just putting on a facade because they're in a selling organization. Maybe that's what it was. Neither here nor there, but very nice people. I won't say the company here on the air because I don't want to give any publicity to whom. It's not sponsored.
Right.
I'm not name dropping people, but I was like, okay, it's not that much shit. I could probably load up all my furniture like a 12-foot U-Haul or like a 16-foot U-Haul for some extra wiggle room. How bad could it be? $500, $800? It would hurt to spend that money, but hey, I'd spend it just so I didn't have to worry about anything.
Right.
Want to take a guess on how much money this nice lady told me the move would be?
Oh,
let me pull up the quote in my email before I get the figures mixed up.
I'm gonna put up lucky 1,300.
I wish that would have been. I would have thought about it at that point. Maybe I could have haggled them down to under $1,000. No, the total estimated price was between $2,500 and $2,900.
That's insane.
I said nope, no, thank you.
Fuck that. No.
Like, no, we got time. Like, what the hell? Moving is already stressful enough. Oh, and mind you, also another thing to bitch about really quick, because on the topic of conversation of making things easy for people, the apartment complex I've been at for the last 3 years, it's been all right. No big complaints. You kind of pay for what you get. It is what it is. And I'm not really here that much anyways because I travel for work. But in the move out instructions, it clearly states, make sure the apartment's clean, everything's, taken out, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of it, it says to make your life easier, because we know moving is stressful, we do offer a cleaning package for your apartment. So if you want to, pick and choose what the services that you want to do, go for it. So I was like, oh, how bad could this be? Because if it's like a couple $100 to have a cleaning crew come in here and clean it for me, then absolutely I'll do that. Because at the end of the day, if I clean, no matter how well I clean my apartment, they're still going to come back saying, oh, you didn't clean it well enough, so now we got to charge you X amount of money because I have a crew to go in there and clean it. We all know that's going to happen. So I try to get ahead of it. I went on there, and wouldn't you be shocked to know that there isn't just a flat rate? Oh, we'll clean your apartment for X price. No, it's like I'm fucking in an high school lunch cafeteria where everything's a la carte, and I gotta pick, oh, I want you to clean my fridge, or oh, I want you to clean my stovetop, or oh, I want you to clean my kitchen sink. And it's the craziest amounts of money. It's the craziest amounts of money just to get this shit done. Now I gotta look that up because you will be shocked.
I was gonna say, like, I want to know what the a la carte choices are, like what the prices are.
So a la carte choices. How much money how much money would you charge if I said, Reid Murphy of the 323 Network, I would like you to clean my refrigerator and freezer? How much money would you charge me? Not $25, right?
Your refrigerator and freezer? Just to clean
$25 to clean my fridge.
$25? I'm not mad.
Everything's already out. All you got to do is take some fucking Lysol spray that bitch, take some maybe a magic eraser, paper towels, whatever, just wipe it all down.
But see, that's where you could get, if I'm playing devil's advocate, that's where you could get to like estimates, right? Because like maybe you send a picture of what your fridge looks like and you get less. But if your fridge looks like, like some frat boys and they let like beer spill everywhere and it looks like a disaster and you have a mildew monster growing on the side of the fridge, then yeah, 25 might be.
Oh, clearly no haggling. I will forward you a screenshot.
I would have to
and
haggle.
It is breaking down line by line. To clean the oven, to clean the inside of the oven, $15. To clean the kitchen floor, $25. To clean the tub and shower and surrounding area, $20 each. To replace what else? To replace the toilet, seat, $25. To clean the bathroom cabinets, which is only one cabinet, mind you. It's one bathroom, 2 bedroom, 1 bath apartment. There's one bathroom, 1 cabinet. To clean that cabinet would cost me $15.
That's
what do you
bullshit.
So I looked at it and I was combing through this. And I was like, there has to be an option where it's just flat rate. Pay this, it will clean your whole apartment. Nope. It's literally every individual thing.
That's
so like how is that being helpful? How's that being helpful?
That's so stupid. I would do it for like what is that total price altogether? If
I wanted to add up every single individual line item.
If you brought everything together. Because I think for me, I would charge, let's see if I would go cheaper. I think I would charge for the whole thing to do your whole apartment, clean your whole apartment. I would charge a flat rate of $100. I know I'm already coming out cheaper, but I would charge $100. I could clean an apartment for, a good $100, as long as it's not too disgusting or anything. Now, if it gets to a degree where there's like, I'm cleaning like blood stains or, some other type of, questionable juices and stains around the place.
Things.
Yeah, nondescript things. Then, I might have to throw in a little, hey, there's a charge for this. There's a charge for this stain removal. But no, the hell? $25 for a toilet seat change is insane.
$50 just to clean the bathroom sink is wild.
That's stupid. I should have been charging that my whole childhood.
All right, I'm just going down line by line, and I'm not putting replacing or repairing things. I'm just literally just putting in the cleaning options. Replacing a light bulb, $4 each. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
$4 for changing a light bulb. How many people does it take to change a light bulb?
Fireplace, window cleaning, $15 per window. I have.
That's the biggest hustle.
My room, girls' room. That's a sliding door, so that doesn't count. Living room window.
Does a sliding door count as a window? How does that not?
No, I would say it counts as a sliding door.
It's a big window.
It's not a sliding window, right? It's a sliding door.
That's true. I think if it's going up, that's a window. If it's going to the side, that's a door.
All right. I think I got all the line items that say clean. It would come out to being $315 if I wanted to hit every single cleaning item. And that's not including things that they'll find, holes in the wall from nails for things that I hung up, because they'll charge for those. I want to see how much the light bulbs are for this light fixture in my living room, because they're very weird light bulbs. They're not regular light bulbs. Mm-hmm. They have little prongs in them. You just stick it, you stick it in and you twist.
There's a lot going on there. Where is it? Why do you always have it?
Pause. Now go.
We're back.
But yeah, it's literally wild. I would have been okay if they were $150, $200. We'll clean the whole apartment. Don't worry about it. But I'm not spending $300 for you to clean my shit when I can just go in there. Like I said, when we were talking before we started recording, I already have a plan in place as far as my moving, juggling. And I mean, moving with people is already stressful enough, but moving on your own hours away and having to juggle, 2 cars and a U-Haul when it's just you is kind of a bitch. But yeah, I'll just come back on that day that we talked about, and I'll just put my AirPods in and just clean.
You think it's a hassle now? Wait till the assholes that are part of your life, of me and Zoo, decide to make content out of your move. Set up mics all over the place.
What's that Sally Fields TV show from back in the day?
Oh,
not The Flying Nun. Oh, not Sally Fields. Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah, the Mary
Tyler Moore show. You just have that scene of me walking down the boardwalk in Virginia Beach. I just take my beret and I throw it up in the air.
Well, look, you've said it now, so now it has to happen. We'll do that in DC at AwesomeCon with the cherry blossoms. and the million people that are around him.
That's, you know what? If we had more time to plan, I would have had an outfit and dressed up as Mary Tyler Moore.
We still have time. I can look up the outfit and I'll hit a.
I mean, what's the outfit for Mary Tyler Moore for the Mary Tyler Moore? So it's just a pantsuit.
It's just
some
a
shoulder
pantsuit,
pads.
I think. Yeah.
When she was wearing the beret. I mean, it's a dark color, either navy blue or a black like pea coat almost, and like a blue striped beret.
Yeah, we are really skewing young by inviting Mary Tyler Moore. The Mary Tyler Moore show.
See, I was actually going to start playing. I found that I was going to play the intro for you.
Yeah, why not? Maybe that'll be the intro for the show this week.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Well, look, with that theme song, everybody, welcome to the 323. I'm your host, Reid Murphy. That's the Mary Tyler Moore of the 323 Network himself, Scott Ellia. Oh, man. Folks,
I'm going to make it after all, man.
Folks that are listening and watching have no idea about the Mary Tyler Moore show. I barely know about the Mary Tyler Moore show. Old school show, but she's like one of the greatest like TV pioneers, right? Or like comedy pioneer. Like her show, you wouldn't have a show like 30 Rock or anything without Mary Tyler Moore.
No, absolutely not. Because, obviously you have the Mary Tyler Moore show, but some other iconic. She was a part of the Dick Van Dyke Show. I think one of the like scenes I remember the most was in that show. I believe it was the Dick Van Dyke Show and it was her. But there was a scene where her and Dick Van Dyke are like shooting pool and she like takes a shot and she makes all the balls.
Yeah.
Like in the first take. And Dick Van Dyke's just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah, and I guess just some other noticeable appearances. The Mary Tyler Moore Hour in 1979, Mary in 78, and then also 85 to 86, and then Annie McGuire of 1988. What is her IMDb? That's what I want to see. What's her IMDb?
Good for Mary Tyler Moore.
Got that.
I think that was also like the beginning, like it was like a pioneer for like series finales too, where like a lot of TV
everyone's tuned in.
Yeah, a lot of TV show finales, like because they said like back in the day, a lot of shows they just like the last episode was just like a normal episode. You would never be able to tell that it was like the finale. That was the first one where like everybody has like a big life change, and the office is empty, and everybody gives a hug, and they straddle out and turn the lights out.
Right. Oh, she was in that 70s show for a little bit. That's right. She's Is she Jackie's mom?
Ooh, she would be good for Jackie's mom. I would bet almost anything that she was on Hot in Cleveland, too. That show had.
That was
everybody.
her. That was actually, she had 2 episodes. That was the last thing she's credited as an actress, according to the IMDb
Had
page.
to be.
No, because Jackie's last name was Burkhart. No, what? Christy, was she the talent agency lady?
They had
when they started doing that.
They had so many like iconic 70s.
She was Christine St. George, 3 episode stint set in the sitcom's final season. That's right.
I mean, that show, like people don't give it enough credit. I mean, Mary Tyler Moore was on there, Ed Asner, and for those that don't know Ed Asner, that's Carl from Up. You should know Ed Asner. Carl. No. Cloris Leachman, Valerie Harper, Betty White. This show was a haymaker. They don't make them like that anymore, folks.
Honey.
Who would have thought that we would have started this show by talking about the Mary Tyler Moore show and hyping up Mary Tyler Moore?
Hey,
our queen, Mary Tyler Moore.
John Amos was in there.
Ooh, and you know where John Amos also was? Roots. Ed Asner, also on Roots.
In Suits, L.A.
Who? Who was on Suits LA? John Amos?
John Amos.
Is John Amos still with us?
Yeah, according to IMDb, yes.
Okay.
Wait, no, I take that back. He died last year in August. That's right.
Damn.
No, they keep taking him away from us.
Folks, you can get all this and more. You can get all the Mary Tyler Moore show, like Mary Tyler Moore show talk and John Amos talk that you can have to your heart's desire in person in Washington, D.C. this weekend at AwesomeCon. Yes, we are going to be back at AwesomeCon doing the 323's Geeky Family Feud. The questions are all lined up. The survey is out there. You can follow us at 323REID at 323Read. And I got the link out there. Go take that survey before the big show. You'll have a lot of fun with it. It's going to be a great time. We have an hour and a half on a big stage where you can win some prizes, Amazon gift cards, Spotify gift cards. Scott Sack is going to be making an appearance, a big return appearance. You never know what
could be in there.
You never know. You never know.
I don't even know.
We don't know. We truly don't. So come out April 4th, 4:45 p.m. in room 202 at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center. Fuck those cherry blossoms. Come see us. Come see the cherry blossoms of sports media.
It's pollen season.
Exactly. Like, that's all you're getting at those things. Dude, they said it was 575,000 people showed up through Metro. Or it was like something like that on Saturday.
Ew.
And they said 110,000 trips to the Smithsonian alone. Like, that's insane. Insane. They're all over the place. They're here in Spotsylvania. There's like on Spotsylvania Parkway. Here in, Fredericksburg area, you just drive down the parkway and there's cherry blossoms all over the place. You don't need to go to the tidal basin to see them. You silly geese.
I got a cherry blossom right side of my apartment complex.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Folks, it is our big return show. We've been off for a while. We've been collecting ourselves.
Pause. We've had this conversation before. Is attending cherry blossom festivals as an inherently white thing to do, or is that something that spans all cultures?
I think it spans all cultures because you could almost say it's an inherently Asian thing to do.
Was it just appropriation?
I think so, because we didn't take them. They were gifted to the United States and to DC from Japan. But, we also, we took the panda bears and everything. We didn't take the panda bears. We were given the panda bear.
Oh, well, there's other things that America took that we can't talk about. It's not February. So,
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And now people are trying to take them back. It's a bad time. It's a bad time for America. They're trying to take back the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, God. Yeah, Japan coming back in. Like, give us all the cherry blossoms back.
Take them all out. Blossoms. Where's Bao Li? Bring Bao Li over here. Fucking chaotic panda bear. Folks, we are back. We have been taking time off. I noticed, of course, Zahir Ali, he's busy. He's getting himself ready for AwesomeCon. He has to get himself all there. But I noticed on Facebook, on the Stranded Panda page, people, the fans there, so sweet, so kind. They were doing the surveys for us, and they were also asking a question like, where's Animation Deliberation? We miss those guys. Where are they at? And, Zoo answered and told them what was up, and the people were like, it's okay, we were just worried about your well-being. We love the hosts and everything. I had somebody ask me, like, yo, I haven't heard the show in like a month. I was like, yeah, man, it's just been a lot of work. We've taken some time off to get our heads right and everything. They're like, oh, okay, I just thought y'all were canceled or something. I didn't know. They're like, just let me know when it's on. I'm like, okay. like our people are fucking hate us.
Right. Well, you know what you can say to those people who are like, oh, just let us know when you're on. Oh, or better yet, you could just, subscribe to the 323 YouTube,
100%.
Find us on Spotify, wherever podcasts can be found, because you'll be notified when we drop episodes.
Yes, exactly. Join all those wonderful subscribers over on the YouTube page, and you'll be.
And we're going on what year 4, year 5? What year are we going into?
Year 5.
Year 5?
Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
I mean, and this is and fans of the show the last 5 years know that, but after the post Super Bowl and leading up into the NFL draft, it's kind of just getting back together and having the discussions offline and figuring out the direction of the show and production stuff. And Awesome Con falls around the same time, so getting everything ready for that. So yeah, we're not going anywhere.
And don't worry, folks. The NFL draft, like you said, it's coming April 24th. Our asses will be on live, I'm sure. Probably. Yeah, almost definitely. We don't have anything else to do. We're going to be watching it and eating junk food anyway. So might as well jump on live and have all the chaos of the Michael Penix Jr. pick from last year who pop up wherever. As soon as Scott sees the Titans surprise pick of Shedeur Sanders at number 1.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, folks, we're back. So we're getting back into the groove of things. It's kind of a potluck situation. So Scott knows he was supposed to bring a topic to talk about. I was supposed to bring a topic to talk about. Scott could be like me where, almost damn near forgot we were recording. So, who knows? But there's been plenty of stuff going on throughout sports, throughout pop culture that we can talk about. I'm curious to see where you, the guest here, Scott, where your mind has been in sports or anywhere in terms of things to talk about. We haven't had our outlet, and now we're back.
Right. And I think my topic of discussion is going to be one that kind of surprises you, because as fans of the show and Reid and all the other contributors here at the 323 Network understand my viewpoint on attending the movie theater. I don't do it. I don't do it unless I absolutely need to. I think the last thing I saw in theaters was the Deadpool Wolverine movie, and that was because somebody asked me to go last minute, and a ticket was already paid for. So, of course, I'll take a free trip to the movies. Wasn't really free because you still had to drop $20 for popcorn. So there's that. But I don't have really anything to discuss as far as the sports world goes. I want to pick your brain, Mr. Cinephile.
Okay.
And I wish Mr. B, Travis Byron, was here to discuss this with us as well. But you are somebody who went to the movies recently and you saw a movie. Can you tell the fans here what movie you went to go see?
It was unfortunately Snow White.
The recent Snow White movie with Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot and the live action remake of I would arguably say the most well-known Disney movie of all time. I mean, I believe it was the first animated film, correct? Because it was like 1937 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it was the very first full-length feature film animation movie that Disney had ever produced. And they took a big old dookie right onto it. I mean, as it stands right now, IMDb ratings for the movie is a staggering 1.5 out of 10. Now, there are 7.3K reviews in here giving it a 10. So that's even giving it a bigger bump up to the 1.5. So if those aren't in there, you can't compete with the 257,000 reviews giving it a 1.
Right.
I believe it is now lower than Human Centipede 2 as well.
Jesus.
But my question is to you, like, we've seen time and time again with Disney just cranking out films. We're not going to talk about the Marvel movies and Star Wars and all that crap that they keep shoving down our throats for the last decade and a half. But they keep releasing all these remakes of really great animated films, and they're trying to make us take a spin on it with it being a live action. I'm actually really excited to see the live action Lilo and Stitch. They look like they did a really good job. They're staying true to the roots of the movie and not really messing with it too much. But with the film like Snow White, where they've had so many different changes done to it, it's like, where do you get off messing with such a great film like Snow White and doing this? And is this the nail in the coffin for Disney about doing live action remakes? Do you think they finally have learned the lesson not to do this again? And if they do it, maybe just stick to the script and just put it with real people?
I mean, that's what the hope would be, right? Like, that's where things should go. And I think that's where you've seen the success of the live action remakes. And like Cinderella, per se, Cinderella didn't try to deviate too much. It wasn't a great live action film overall. It wasn't a great movie, but it was still good. It was entertaining, and it stayed true to the roots of, for the most part, as much as it could. Same with Aladdin. Aladdin, I thought, was going to be a really, really tough road to take, especially trying to do the genie. And how are you going to do that? And how do you replace Robin Williams? And they got Will Smith, and everybody's like, oh, that's really different. That's very different. And that was the only way to go about it with such an iconic performance. You couldn't do anything different than, you had to do something different than Robin Williams. And I thought they did a really good job overall adapting the color and the vibrance and the adventure and the fun of that movie and the music. Snow White, and it's one that I haven't seen, the original animated film. So I thought, I was like, okay, this kind of works a little bit for me going into it. Maybe, my expectations can't be to a certain level. Like, say, our network Disney file, Angela Panegua, who was not looking forward to this movie, still wanted to see it, and hated it as much as she thought it was, she would. It's, if you're going to, all the hate like Rachel Ziegler was getting ahead of this movie like a year ago for, from Disney people about how she wanted to make the movie more feminist. She wanted to make Snow White more independent, no prince to save her or anything, like she's going to do this on her own. It changed up a little too much, right? Like, one of the most iconic songs, I haven't even seen the old movie, but I still know One Day My Prince Will Come. Like, that song is not existent whatsoever in the film. I thought that she gave a pretty good performance overall, but the movie, it just lacked something. The new songs that they put in from the writers who did Greatest Showman, they were not anything close to what sounds like a Disney classic of stuff. Then you go out of your way to try and change the dwarves because you're originally going to do live action dwarves, and then Peter Dinklage is like, oh, this is disrespectful to the dwarf community. This is all you expect little people to play? And meanwhile, I saw right through Peter Dinklage. That motherfucker was just trying to close the door behind him because they didn't offer him one of the roles, because none of the dwarves are like the star dwarf in the thing.
You saw right through him or right over him?
I saw right over him. I saw right and where Disney kind of like trapped themselves. They cornered themselves where they're like, okay, so we're not going to do live action dwarves. We're going to do, some type of CGI version of other actors. And then they're like, well, that's disrespectful. Why don't you just get the dwarves? And they're like, oh my God. Okay, we'll do the CGI version of the original dwarves and just have voices on them. And people are like, well, they look creepy. Of course they look creepy.
They're CGI.
Yeah, there's CGI versions of that. It would have made a lot more sense to just go with that. And they added in these 7 bandit characters who looked like a couple of 7 people out of like some 80s action movie. They're wearing jeans and hoodies and stuff in there. And one of them is a little person actor. So the movie was a mess. Gal Gadot gave one of the worst performances I think I've ever seen. And it's one where I was watching the whole time. I was like, why don't you just go all in? Like, Lady Gaga is a big name. Lady Gaga would have hammed the hell up as a villain in this. Gal Gadot could not do it. There's just so much mess to it. And you would hope that maybe it kills the Disney live action remake. It's not, because Lilo and Stitch is going to make a butt-fuck ton of money. Oh my God. And even that one, I'm already having a little bit of issues with. It looks cute. It looks fun. I don't like that they made Pleakley just a regular human person disguise. Like the whole joke is he doesn't look like a human in his disguises. But it's gonna.
I can look past that.
I can look past it, and it's gonna make a shit ton of money. And you asked about Mr. B, Travis Byram. He didn't see the movie, but I remember he texted me after I saw it, and he said, hopefully this will finally get them to stop doing these cannibal remakes and make some new shit. What's even left for them to crank out? CGI aristocrats? I'd rather die. And turns out, I looked at the upcoming slate. One of the things coming out is a live-action remake of Aristocats.
No, it's not.
Directed by Questlove of The Roots.
Well, you gotta tell Mr. B that he is a man of his word, and he needs to go through with what he just said.
He has like a couple years to go through with it. Yep. So
So so you hit on a lot of the major points, the Rachel Zegler kind of debacle and how she's been polarizing from the start, the whole wishy-washy going from regular, I hate using the term regular actors, normie actors. I guess that's more PC, right? Full-grown adult actors. I don't know how you want me to say this. Peter Dinklage, don't come after me. I don't got much anyways. Look at my apartment. But I feel like if they had gone the CGI route from the very beginning, it would have been fine.
100%.
But if you're gonna make the pivot from full size actors to CGI and not even give dwarves what's the technical term? Little people? I don't know what to say.
Little
Dwarves.
is what
I know I
usually
can't say the M word. I know that's bad.
Right.
So the Peter Dinklages of the world, because there's not very many roles for them. That's like saying they make a live action remake of The Wizard of Oz, not Wicked, but The Wizard of Oz, and you completely change the Munchkins to full grown adults, and they're not Munchkins anymore. And that's not the M word I was talking about, because I'm talking about it in reference.
They kind of did that case though in Wicked.
Right. So it's like, what do you do? You're kind of damned if you do and if you don't kind of situation. Disney just has to deal with it because they made the wrong choice from the very beginning. But the reason I brought this up is because you love them. I love them. The fans love them. I want to have an impromptu 3-2-3 draft with you really fast.
Oh, shit. I'm down.
So this is a topic of conversation that's happened time and time again on this show. And I am going to I've planted my flag on my thought process with this. And I really feel Disney, Mr. Asner, Kathleen Kennedy isn't there anymore, so I don't care about what she says. But whomever is making these decisions there at Disney, listen to me. I am telling you the formula to fix Disney once and for all. And it's the Muppets. The only M word I want to say on this show, the Muppets. You need to bring back the Muppets, and you need to go full steam ahead. Fuck all these live action remakes. If you're going to do these live action remakes, then do it with the fucking Muppets. A brand that is near and dear to everyone's heart here in America, from little toddlers to the old folk. Everyone loves. Have you met somebody who doesn't like the Muppets, Reid?
I've never met a person that doesn't like the Muppets.
No, and if you do, immediate red flag.
Oh yeah,
immediate red flag. So I want to run down. We're going to stick just to Disney films. We're not going to go off the wall with The Godfather and Passion of the Christ and Casablanca and all these amazing movies that have, graced the silver screen in the history of mankind. I want to stick just to Disney movies. I want to have a top 5 draft Disney movies that would be an amazing Muppets remake. And I want you to give me the actor you would keep in there. Like, who would you have as a person?
Okay.
If you want to give me a fan cast for the role, go for it. But this is your show. This is your platform. So I will give you the first overall pick.
So I'm picking a movie, right? I'm picking a movie and just keeping the lead actor, and I have to announce the lead actor.
You don't even need to keep the lead actor. It could be just some random person. I mean, hell, for me, I would do Lord of the Rings, all Muppets, except for one random soldier who is like a full grown person. Everyone else is Muppets. It's just some random background characters as an adult male.
So
it doesn't have to be the lead. It can be a support role, or it could be some random person. I don't care. It's your show. It's your movie.
I have a tough one with my first. I know who it is. I know what movie it is, and I can tell you right off the bat with the number 1 overall pick in the Muppet movie draft, I'm taking John Wick.
Is that a Disney movie, technically?
Oh, that's right. It does have to be a Disney movie, right? Oh, damn. I already... Wait a minute.
Isn't it on Disney Plus?
It is. No, it's Lionsgate. Never mind. I take that back.
No!
Well, okay. So Disney bought 20th Century Fox, some few years back. So technically there are a lot more movies that are Disney than what you would originally believe. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the chalk pick here, something that I think would be an immediate hit. And I don't know, honestly, why Disney hasn't capitalized on it. I don't know why they're not using the Muppets to do this, because we've seen so many great Muppets parody movies. I'm going Star Wars. I'm doing it just like Family Guy. I'm doing Star Wars A New Hope. We're going to start right from there. And the only person I'm keeping in is Harrison Ford. I'm keeping in Harrison Ford's Han Solo. just to be consistently pissed off by these different Muppets. And they could easily, and that's something that Disney could do. Like, why don't they, like, we've argued this, why don't they use the Muppets? We're seeing what Warner Brothers is doing with Looney Tunes. I don't know if you've seen all that news, but they're completely...
What are they doing to Looney Tunes?
They've stripped Max of all, former Looney Tunes cartoons, all the classics. They sold off the movies that they were making. Like, they have a Coyote versus Acme live action movie, and they canceled it and had to sell it to some other, like, independent person. And then they had another, like, a fully animated Daffy Duck movie that was a huge hit on Rotten Tomatoes and a huge hit with people that saw it, that they sold off to some other studio. Like, they're just trying to, cancel the Looney Tunes altogether. They even tore down their original studio. And you know what happens when you do that? The fucking Tiny Toons get out there. All the Animaniacs, they live right there in the tower. They're going to get right out. So, good on them for whatever chaos they get from that. But yeah, Star Wars: A New Hope is my number one pick.
I love it. My number one overall pick, and they've already been talking about making a live action for this, and I need them to pivot immediately and go straight to Muppets. Give me a Hercules live action. And of course, give me Danny DeVito as Phil, and he's just surrounded with Muppets.
That's a good one. That is a very good one. Number two for me here. Jesus. I'm gonna roll with the 20th century thing, right? I'm rolling with 20th century. And one of their iconic film franchises, they've had some iconic sci-fi and horror monster kind of films between the Alien franchise and the Predator franchise. I'm going to roll with Predator, the original Predator.
Oh.
I'm rolling with Predator, and you keep Arnold Schwarzenegger in the lead. No, actually, never mind. No, scratch him. Get him out of there. I'm throwing him out of there, and I'm keeping Carl Weathers in.
Ooh, I love it.
Just so you can have the iconic, you son of a bitch. But it's Kermit.
I love it.
And it's just Kermit's like little scraggly arm going for the high five. I mean, can you imagine Kermit trying?
Just doing a Predator high five.
You are one ugly motherfucker.
I love it. My second pick, give me a redo, give me a mulligan of Mulan live action, but let me get Eddie Murphy as Mushu.
By the way, that's one of their worst, right? To do Mulan.
Oh, the live action Mulan has been shit on.
To do Mulan
constantly.
You're doing Mulan and not doing Mushu. Not putting the thing in there. What the hell is that?
Yep. Give me some like some personified dragon. Like it's the dragon that turns into a human, so that way it blends in better as far as the story goes. So he's not like hiding in the background.
Yeah, that can work. Get to the chopper. Piggy, get to the chopper. So, a Walt Disney distributed film here. And you don't think of it as a Disney movie, but it is a Disney classic. It was a big awards winner. I'm going with this is my number 3, I think, the number 3 pick here in my Muppet movie Disney draft. I am rolling with The Help.
What?
I want to see the Muppets take on contemporary racism. I want to see them take on the 60s and the art of black domestic workers in the 60s. And that's where we have trouble. I think Emma Stone, you leave Emma Stone in there. I think Emma Stone would do well with a very serious topic of the Muppets tackling racism.
You know what? I'm all for that. It could have a perfect like February release date right there in that lull of the movie world.
Yep.
It would be perfect.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
My third pick, give me Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's a good one.
And I'm not going to go with Jack Sparrow. Give me Jeffrey Rush as Barbossa.
Just going on with fucking Muppet Pirates. Yeah.
I mean, it worked in Muppet Treasure Island, so like bring back Muppet Treasure Island vibe, but just have Jeffrey Rush in there.
I'm down with it. Okay. I think I'm going to go franchise too. I'm going to go Disney franchise with mine again with my number 4 pick. And with the number 4 pick in my Muppet Disney movie draft, I'm going to take the Avengers, the first Avengers film from 2012. Yeah, from 2012. And only actor, I think it just makes the most sense here, is, well, no. I'm going to surprise people. I was going to say Robert Downey Jr. because Robert Downey Jr. would improv like hell in an Avengers movie full of Muppets, but I'm going to say Tom Hiddleston as Loki. And Loki went to the wrong kind of universe, and he wound up in a Muppets Marvel universe. Ooh, the Muppets Cinematic Universe, the MCU. Yes.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna have to think about a serious movie because I like the help shout and I like the angles that you're going with a lot of these movies. So my 4th one that I'll give you before I give you my more serious one is don't give me Tarzan. Give me Brendan Fraser reprising his role as George of the Jungle.
Ooh, I forgot that was a Disney movie. I forgot about George of the Jungle in general.
How could you forget him?
Well, here's the thing. I think we've talked about it on the show for a long time as a kid, and I don't know why I was like this, but I truly did hate Brendan Fraser. Like I had some weird personal vendetta against Brendan Fraser.
What the fuck? It's such a weird riff.
It was a weird one to keep. Yeah. It was a weird one on there, but yeah, that was me. Okay, my 5th pick. I think I'm going to go with a Disney classic on this one, just for the kids. And I think it would be a big hit. I'm going to go with Mary Poppins.
Ooh, Dick Van Dyke, you bringing him back?
I am bringing back Dick Van Dyke because he can still dance. He still does it daily. He's still alive, too. And he's still dancing on the daily, and he could dance with the Muppets. He would have so much fun with the Muppets.
Oh, he would love it.
Miss Piggy as Mary Poppins, too.
Kirby.
That was a little Yoda-like. Kirby. Kirby, you're so handsome.
See, now I'm sitting here thinking about which angle do I want to go with? Do I want to go with like Slumdog Millionaire or 12 Years a Slave? Like, can I see 12 Years a Slave?
Oh.
Bridge of Spies, bring Tom Hanks in with Bridge of Spies, or The Color of Money, Dead Poets Society. But I think I'm gonna toss up. So my first OLI, and I want to have it be with Nick Nolte, who is still with us, but I want to bring back the Thin Red Line.
Oh, that's a good one.
have a good war movie, but I think one that would be amazing to see. You'd have Miss Piggy taking Liv Tyler's role of Grace Stamper, and Kermit the Frog taking Ben Affleck as AJ Frost in Armageddon.
That would be wonderful.
And you know what? Give me Steve Buscemi. Give me Steve Buscemi as a background character. He's just surrounded with Muppets because you can't have Bruce Willis anymore. And I think it would be amazing to see. It would be either Steve Buscemi or Billy Bob Thornton coming back, but I would give it to Steve Buscemi to hang out with the Muppets. Because the other toss-up would have been Michael Clark Duncan, but he hasn't been with us for many a moons now.
What if we could bring him back for it, though?
We could.
Michael Clark Duncan with a bunch of Muppets.
Have we tried?
Muppet
or
Clark
Owen
Duncan?
Wilson? Owen Wilson would be a good shout. Wow.
That's a lot of Muppets.
But yeah, I want to see on the big screen in the movie theater Kermit driving a little Matchbox car up Miss Piggy, and they're making out in the field. That's what I want to see.
Oh God. We need that Muppet sex scene finally. Good draft. I think we did good.
I'm all for it.
I was hoping A Few Good Men was going to be a Disney or 20th century, film, and unfortunately, it's not. Just because I wanted Kermit doing the Colonel Jessup.
What about Radio? Is Radio a Disney movie?
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's going to do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you could possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have that luxury of not knowing what I know, that Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives, and my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. Did you order the code red? I did the job. Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did. There's next to no way to follow this topic with what I... like, the topic I have is nowhere near as fun as Muppets movies. Why did I let you go first?
Good Will Hunting. You just have Kermit as Matt. You know how easy this is for me?
I'm still on the Dead Poet Society one.
Planet of the Apes. Same thing, Mark Wahlberg. Just don't even tell him. Just don't even tell Mark Wahlberg.
He'd be so angry.
Hey, man. Hey, Kermit. How's it going?
Hey, man.
Where you going? Hey, you know you're a frog. You're not a monkey. You're a frog.
I thought this movie was supposed to be about all these monkeys, and all we got.
Well, I'm saying is Muppets.
All we got is fucking Muppets.
All we see is Muppets. That's the alternate reality. That's what happens. He gets sent off. He doesn't go to like a monkey world. He goes to a Muppet world.
I landed on a planet full of monkeys. On a planet full of Muppets. Before I was fighting robot cars, and now I got all the Muppets. What the fuck is this?
Do a remake of Say Anything, and you bring John Cusack because I want to see him as Lloyd Dobler holding the boombox up, and like Miss Piggy's like in the window.
I'm 100% sure now that this is going to be the question during Geeky Family Feud that sends us over
in a spiral, just a downward spot. Step Up. Put Step Up 2 in there.
I just looked up Samuel L. Jackson with Muppets, and I think this brings up a good discussion. It's a picture it's a picture of Samuel L. Jackson on Sesame Street. They are Muppets?
No, Muppets are Muppets. I don't think Sesame Street are considered Muppets. I think they're just considered Sesame Street, just puppets.
When you put up the picture of Samuel L. Jackson with Muppets, it's him on Sesame Street and Elmo and everything. What makes a Muppet, and whatever Sesame Street characters are?
I'm asking ChatGPT.
Oh my goodness. Jim Henson, creator of the Muppets, also created the characters for Sesame Street.
ChatGPT just said that to me. It said, yes, Sesame Street characters are Muppets, but with a little nuance. Here's the breakdown. The term Muppets was coined by Jim Henson, who created the original Muppet characters. Henson also created many of the original Sesame Street characters like Kermit the Frog, Big Bird, Bert and Ernie, Cookie Monster, Grover, and Oscar the Grouch. So yes, Sesame Street characters are technically Muppets, especially those designed and performed by Henson and his team. Ownership twist. Sesame Workshop, formerly Children's Television Workshop, owns the Sesame Street Muppets. The Walt Disney Company owns the Muppets brand. Think Kermit, Biz Piggy, Fozzie Bear, blah, blah, blah. So while Kermit appears on Sesame Street, he's now officially part of the Disney's Muppet lineup, while the other Sesame Street characters remain with the Sesame Workshop.
Has Kermit the Frog ever been on?
Right. That has.
Wait a minute.
Wait, I thought you're right.
Whoa.
He was on Sesame Street.
Wait a minute. He was one of the original Sesame Street characters.
When did he leave?
Appearing regularly from 1969 to 1989 and occasionally later, often as a news reporter or lecturer.
I know there's gentrification going on in the inner city, but did he get pushed out?
He must have.
Kermit the Frog was a regular on Sesame Street from 1969 through the 1990s. With the decreasing appearances over time, he officially stopped being a regular character around the late 1990s, though he's made a few occasional cameo appearances since then. Huh.
Interesting.
Huh.
Never knew.
Look at that.
The more you know.
We're here for the people.
Let me wrangle us before we do 2 hours on the Muppets here. And we're gonna close out the show.
Okay.
Folks, it's not, this isn't where you expect the sports show to go, is an hour on the Muppets, but it's where we went. It's a lazy river. We're back. We've been tired. the world is falling apart. The NBA is fighting. Everybody's beating the shit out of each other in basketball. The NFL's trying to ban the tush push. It's just drama all over the place. Let us talk about the Muppets for an hour. And you get all your little extra stuff here at the end.
Right. And you know what? Go to the social media pages at 323. I'm having a stroke. 323 Read.
I think
Instagram,
we have been for an hour.
Facebook. I mean, let us know your. I want to hear the fans' ideas. What movies would be great as Muppet movies? There is a horror movie named Piggy. Just saying.
I think that I want to see Stephen A. Smith, because this was my topic for the potluck, was what's sadder, LeBron James versus Stephen A. Smith or Russell Wilson and the New York Giants finding love. But now I'm just focused on the Muppets, and I want to see Stephen A. Smith do debates with Kermit the Frog or with other Muppets. Like who would give him a run for his money the most?
Probably Gonzo, because Gonzo don't play.
Gonzo doesn't take any shit.
It's just what's Beaker? And he just goes, or like the Swedish chef, because you can't understand what he's saying. He just
the Swedish chef has Kobe Bryant as his goat.
I can already see Cookie Monster and Stephen A. Smith arguing about what the goat cookie is.
Ooh, what is the goat cookie?
Any cookie's the goat cookie.
This show is canceled.
It's been a great ride, dude.
It's been fun. We almost made it.
Look, and we'll have a last blowout this weekend. How about that?
Yeah, there we go. A little victory blowout. Oh, guys. Wait, no, that's not a pause. A victory blowout. That would be like tires are a blowout. If I said like a victory blow, then you have something.
Now go.
I almost made it a whole show without getting paused.
Whoopsies.
Oh, man. Scott, do you have any thoughts on the NBA before we get out of here?
No.
Okay.
I got nothing because the NBA is irrelevant in my brain. I will say that I might have some more pressing thoughts once March Madness is over, because March Madness has just taken over my brain.
It's been something. Who do you have winning it all right now?
Auburn.
Auburn? Okay.
Auburn I had from the very get-go, and they're still alive.
My bracket fell apart right there. Right in the last, couple days here of Michigan State losing. I had Michigan State to win it all. Nope. They're out. And USC, I had them to win it all in the women's bracket, and then Juju Watkins.
Well, you know what? And to close it out, speaking about the women's bracket, as of we're recording at 8:00 on March 31st, the Final Four, not the Final Four, but the Elite Eight is currently going on right now. Texas is leading TCU at halftime, and then we got the USC UConn matchup here later. Who do you have for both?
I've got UConn. In that matchup, which, the last time we did this on Shame Day, whatever I picked in a college matchup, take the other team. But I got UConn, and then what was the other matchup here?
Texas TCU. They're playing they're at halftime right now.
Texas TCU, they're at halftime right now. I don't even need to know the score. I'm going to take TCU and Haley Van Lith. Yeah.
Lith.
We know our women's basketball here at the 323.
Yeah. Name another.
We just name another player or a player on TCU or just any.
Hey, go back and forth. Paige Beckers. Name another.
Damn it, motherfucker. Juju Watkins.
Well, she's not playing. She's hurt.
But she's still a women's basketball player. What does she do?
Okay. Bree Hall, South Carolina.
Ooh. Oh damn, what is her name? The what's the fucking football player? The Miami quarterback's girlfriend. Oh my god. Did I just lose the game? What do I have? 10 seconds? Haley Cavender. The Cavender twins. The Cavenders.
Oh, the twins. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the sister.
Damn. I'm out.
I had nothing left.
And
I will make the contention that my point doesn't count because I don't even know the other sister's name. So,
well, okay, I'm gonna play an impromptu game with you real quick. Let me get some names here.
Oh, Luther, redo Luther.
Just keep Idris Elba.
Idris Elba with the.
Oh, folks, to close out the show here, as we talked, a little bit of, college basketball, and we tried to name the women's players, and I think we did pretty well naming some women's players. But now I'm going to test Scott Ellia here with a little game we like to call Final Four basketball. Final Four. Oh, I already messed it. Oh my God! Whoa! Hold on, we're gonna restart. I'm gonna do like Stranded Panda.
There goes the authenticity.
Who needs authenticity? Who needs cuts? Who needs
the magic
edits?
of editing?
Well, now I have to leave that in. God damn it. This is a game that we like to call Final Four men's basketball player or Love Is Blind Season 8 contestant. Featuring your contestant here, the host of 323 College Shame Day, our college sports expert, Scott Ellia. Scott, are you ready to play the game?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be because I don't have knowledge on either one of these categories, and I am petrified.
Okay, well, here we go. Your first name up here, Scott. I have Jacob McFarland. Is that a Final Four men's basketball player or a Love Is Blind Season 8 contestant? Jacob McFarland.
Let me go Love Is Blind.
He is saying Love Is Blind.
Oh,
no. Jacob McFarland plays for Houston. He plays
sorry,
for
Jacob.
Houston.
My bad.
How about Denver Jones? Denver Jones.
Talk about just the generic name.
That's like a Madden create a player name.
Oh yeah. Let me go. See, I don't know if you're trying to do the okie doke on me and you want me to kind of repivot. So this is all a mind game.
I mean, you can just go through every scenario in your mind now on this.
Mindhunter with Muppets. Let me go. You know what? I don't think you're gonna go and NCAA player back to back. Let me stick to my guns and go Love Is Blind.
Who did I say? Denver Jones?
Yes.
And you said Love Is Blind?
Yes. Damn it!
No, incorrect. Denver Jones plays for Auburn, the team that you picked to win it all.
Soon to be the Nuggets.
Soon to be the Nuggets. Yes, Denver, Colorado Jones. Okay, how about Alex Condon?
You know what? I'm sticking to my guns. Give me Love Is Blind. Give me a point. God damn it!
No, Alex Condon plays for Florida. He's a Gator. That is a Gator basketball player. How about Alex Brown?
You can't do it to me 4 times in a row, will you? I don't think you will. Love Is Blind!
Yes, it is a Love Is Blind contestant.
Yes! Yes!
How about Andrew Cole?
Coward. You know what? College basketball player. Now we're getting on a hot streak.
Oh, shit.
No, shit!
No, it's a Love Is Blind contestant.
Damn it!
How about Daniel Hastings?
Daniel Hastings. That, I can just see that being announced over the intercom speakers. Give me college basketball.
That is a Love Is Blind contestant on Season 8.
I know nothing.
How about Jerry Glenn?
Jerry Glenn, Love Is Blind.
Want a second chance at that one?
College basketball.
I just made it up.
You know what? Let me see if there's if a famous Jerry Glenn pops up on.
And you can just find that he played college basketball for one of those 4 teams.
I don't know. Let's see. I found a Jerry Glenn in IMDb.
Oh shit.
He was an actor known for folk music theater. Died August 13th, 2017.
Rest in peace.
Oh, Okay, he was in Babes in Toyland. He was in Oklahoma.
Oh.
Love Me or Leave Me. Hit the Deck. He was into some bangers, but he was just uncredited background dancer. But you know what? We'll credit you now, Jerry from the grave.
You know what? You said he was in Love Me or Leave Me. I will give you that for Love Is Blind. It's close enough. There's love in the title. Fine. How about Mason Gillis?
Mason Gillis.
Mason Gillis.
Are you gonna do something crazy again?
No,
You know what?
it's either a Final Four men's basketball player or a Love Is Blind season 8 contestant.
I want to say that I heard that name when I forget which game I was watching, but I could have sworn I heard that name. Give me college basketball. Yes.
Of course you got that one. He plays for Duke.
Oh, ew.
Yo, Whitey.
Man.
Congrats, sir. You won.
What'd I win?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
That's it.
Great.
Folks, you can win plenty, though, if you come out to AwesomeCon. Come out to AwesomeCon at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center April 4th at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and check us out as we played the 323's Geeky Family Feud, a nice 18 and up event that there's always kids at that, they're just cool. And then there's some old people that didn't understand what they were coming into. And now, they have an issue.
Now go.
I hope we can have that button ready at the show. Just something ready for us. We'll figure out a soundboard. Folks, that is Scott Ellia of the 323 College Shame Day. Scott, what have you got going on in college?
Just in college in general. I'm not as well versed in college basketball as I am in college football. So maybe that'll be next year's big, stretch goal, is to get a little bit more well in depth with college basketball for the March Madness tournament. But no, we are under a month away from the NFL draft, the 2025 NFL draft. So you can catch a bunch of content at the 323 College Shame Day Instagram page, posting mock drafts every Monday, giving you some under the radar players to look out for every Sunday. And then also looking forward to next season, that we got some huge names in the transfer portal that have already gone to new teams. So, giving you some names to look out for into next season for the next couple of weeks. And I do want to get you included and whomever else here at the 323 Network into the very last mock draft. We are, 3 weeks away?
Correct.
So I believe that will be fall on the 21st, have that get released. And I want to do a mock draft together.
Okay.
And see what happens.
I'm very much down for that. I think that'll be our next show, our next post AwesomeCon show. Could be a good mock draft. Let's do that.
Perfect.
There you go. And of course, like you said, you can check them out. 323 College Shame Day Instagram. Check me out, 323 Reid, on all social media. TikTok is where you'll also get a lot of that Shame Day content too. It's awesome stuff. And of course, like I said, check us out at AwesomeCon. And if you can't see us there, subscribe onto the 323 Network YouTube page. We will have all the great content, a lot of fun content coming from AwesomeCon this weekend. We'll be there next week. In the meantime, folks, stay safe.
You're gonna make it after all.
It's amazing.
All right, baby, take care.
What would